Aries, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Now, few things inspire us to make changes, but big things will. And this is definitely, because I don't want to alarm you. I'm going to get deeper into the cards. Right now I'm only looking at the Lenormand cards in front of me. But there is some definite some sort of loss or drop off of something that's happening in your life that's going to reveal a certain thing about your health, you know, or your health could be even the health of your life, the health of your finances, but definitely the health of something very important to you in your life that's going to make you want to learn more, understand more. This understanding of this loss or a denial of something that's extremely important to you, or just even what you learn from not having money, right? That could be too. The lessons that we learn by not having the resources that we need to get something that we want is also very valuable, and something that is, I think, what you're learning right now. This doesn't have to be about a circumstance that's happening to you right now. It could just be a circumstance that you're still struggling with because of something that had happened to you. It would have been a major change in either your financial status or something that was extremely important to you that made you kind of wake up to another perspective, or live or react to a series of circumstances that you had not had to before. And it's really kind of made you want to see things in a different way and take things into consideration. It could have also put your health, like threatened your health, you know, damaged you in some way, or damaged your life in some way. That doesn't necessarily mean physical, but it could even just be like because you were broke, or you were living off of COVID stipends, right? You went from eating really healthy food because you had a choice to really junk food. And now there's like conflicts. Something that happened to you created a major change, and you're dealing with that change right now. You're feeling the full effects of it. In some ways, I don't feel fear. I don't even feel frustration. I feel attack. I feel like I'm just going to attack this full on. And it's almost like you're supercharged. Like these struggles and these conflicts, the more heightened they've become, the more ferocious you have grown. I like it. Aries, let's get into your reading. If you like this reading, please like the reading. Also, share the video to your social media platforms. That really helps. Subscribe down below to Born Without Boundaries Tarot. And ring that bell so that you get all notifications and you'll know when I upload. Aries comes out with Gemini and Taurus every single Thursday before 6 a.m. And please watch your sun, your moon, and your rising sign so you get a really well-rounded message every single week. There's a new message every single week. They always come with an extended reading as well. So be on the lookout for those, please. Okay, so there's something to do with children here, but in reverse. Know that your children are protected. Aries, maybe there's a child in your life that isn't protected or that wasn't protected. Maybe you as a child were not protected. This is a sense of feeling overexposed. This is a loss of innocence. Yeah, and it could even be a loss of your innocence, something that really changed your life and made all of a sudden you change. It takes a lot to change in Aries direction. So this had to hit really, really hard. Could have to do, like I said, with one of your children or with a child in your life or with your childhood. Why is this all coming today? Because I don't get the vibe that it's all happening today, but I think there's some sort of reckoning today. It's some sort of reminder in this energy currently as you're watching the video. Healing healing the impact that maybe in some ways you never really got a chance to completely recover from. 7 deadly sins. There's been some sort of overindulging here, overindulgences. There could be just a truth or a reality of somebody that you know having overindulged. A loss of innocence could be putting themselves at risk for some dangerous behavior because of because of choices that they're making, or this could be you maybe indulging too much. What are the 7 deadly sins? You know what I'm saying? Usually we think sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? But you know, it's really excess in anything. That's what greed is. You know, I'm not going to get into all the 7 deadly sins. I'm just going to say is that there's some sort of like humanity's destructive traits. That's what it says here on the card. And this is almost like they've gotten out of hand. There was some sort of loss of innocence here because some sort of indulgences just really got out of hand. And now you're like really feeling it again. Originality, blaze your own trail. It stifled you from being able to be you. It stifled you from being able to go the direction that maybe you wanted to go in. It maybe redirected you. It could have like redirected you onto a trail of wanting to help people, wanting to do something for people that maybe needed help, or maybe needed direction, or maybe needed some intervention. Okay. So in other words, this is a huge life event for you that's sort of changing your life and changing your life direction. Why is this all hitting now? Dude, Mercury's in retrograde. All of these lessons are coming back up, and this is something that you're being faced with, these choices. And then we have keys, and then nature. It's almost like in some ways there was challenges or impediments or basically understanding your nature, but keys came out kind of wonky. So it was almost like in some ways you feel like you were slighted, or that you didn't have the doors opened for you that were in your nature, or it's almost like in some ways you had to go against your nature in some way, or you went against your nature, or you weren't really pursuing things that were suitable to your nature. Yeah, it's like nature is pure and true, and this keys is upside down. It's like there's some sort of distancing from nature. I gotta get more information. Let's keep going. Aries, don't be surprised that these are not easy readings. If you watch the weekly astrology forecast, I have a second channel, guys. It's called Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link above. I post my weekly astrology forecast there all the time. And yeah, this week was never going to be easy. Just to let you know. Keep track of that. I hope you guys would love that content too, and consider subscribing to that channel as well. I am worthy is the one that really comes out. Okay, what are you worthy of? I feel like this right now, for the first time in a long time, your self-worth is coming back. Your sense of ownership of your own divine purpose, and realizing why you're important and where you fit in the scheme of things is also becoming more clear. We have these things coming up in the past. I am a child and I am royalty. So it's getting back to your true nature. Something was locked away from you or was denied to you in childhood. Maybe what you really wanted to be when you grew up. Why? Because of this event that changed everything, right? That just kind of like twisted everything and made everything had to change. Now is a time when you can go back to the innocence of who you really were and all your real potential. This is a time, Aries, for you to actually go back to your truth and start unlocking some opportunities. I feel like all of this is confronting what actually took away your value. You know what I'm saying? What actually took away opportunities from you. And now it's like it's coming back because you've lived the karma, and the karma is fulfilled, Aries. Yeah, base chakra is here. That's getting back to your essence, your essence. Number one, like the first house, right? That's you guys. It's getting, Aries, you're getting back to the essence of who you are. Third eye chakra, I think something closed it down. I feel like something closed you off from your truth. It had to be something like trauma. or something very traumatizing. So this is your third eye chakra almost coming back. You're able to now connect in a way that you haven't been able to connect before. Start to see and understand things about yourself that have been locked away for a very long time, and even in some ways start to share them with people again. Aries, surrender to the divine is coming out way in the future, Aries. What does that tell me? It tells me that you're continuing a spiritual path. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Oh my God. So Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn is in Aquarius and it's in retrograde. That's why it's all coming back around. Something took you away from your true self. This is coming back in the past. Something in your past took you away from your true self, your true destiny, your true road. It made you veer off. And now you're starting to remember that person again. Be bold and make the first move. It's almost like you got stuck. It's almost, because this is in reverse, right? Aries, it's like you got stuck. You stopped being as bold as you could be. You stopped taking the chances that you really wanted to, because you stopped believing something. You stopped believing you had the right to work through your fears. This is what's happening right now. Whatever held you back and whatever made you stuck, this is that deep scorpionic work of digging up the grave sites, right? And seeing the ugly and seeing the scary. But you see it for a reason. You're seeing it to burn it and destroy it and finish it and get rid of it. You've got to confront it. You've got to feel it. And all of these fears are coming back up inside of you, because now you're starting to realize, or you have insight into where the fears really came from, where they started. It's so important for you to realize their origin so that you can put out that fire. And then we have surrender to the divine is coming in the future. So you're so much more giving yourself over to God, giving yourself over to faith, giving yourself over to the flow again. This keeps freezing up. I can't stand it. But sometimes I have to use my computer because my phone is not available to me. Detox. Yeah, this is literally you're on a cleanse. You're getting back to your health. After you learn or discover something, or you're making this realization, you're cleansing. This is new inspiration for you to clear out all that ick from your past. This is the time to do it. Rise and shine. In other words, today is a new day. It's almost like today is your rebirth day. Very, very important kind of thought to put in your head, a rebirth day, so that you can not that you've just been reborn stronger. No, it's like you've been reborn truer. You've been reborn more authentic, detoxing all those bad lessons that we learn, seeing that, wow, I know where they come from now. Wow, I know where I got that thought in my head. Wow, have I really been believing that bullshit my whole life? Yeah, all of that is coming out now. And it's refreshing. That's why I don't think your reaction to all this scary shit coming up, I don't think your reaction is going to be fear. I think your reaction is going to be relief, because now it's starting to be very clear about why all this happened and really what's going on. Check this out. You're reclaiming your art, reclaiming who you are, or your art, who you are, what you loved from the past, your true creativity, your true sort of, I hate to sound cliche, but your true destiny, your true purpose. What's true to you? You're finally being able to be true to you again. Very important energy. Aries, let's get deeper into this and understand. This is, you were deceived. Somebody that you trusted a great deal kind of left you vulnerable. This could be happening actually currently, a sense of calling out the people who were really being destructive in your life. And it could be people that you let very close to you and that you trusted. This is some sort of friends that weren't good for you, but you're seeing it. You're realizing it. And you know what? Now you're calling them out on their bullshit, and you're fighting against it. You're fighting against the danger. You're fighting against the threat. That you're not taking bullshit anymore. right? You're just like not letting it in your life, and you're ready for the fight. You're prepared. This is like, I see what you're really doing. I see what you're really up to. I see who you really are. I see, and it may not even be somebody you hate, but now you see the destructive behaviors. It's almost like it's like pretending they were your friends, or these are people in your life that you had to accept were good. But now you're not accepting it so easily anymore. Look, it could even be something like your own parents, that like, and not that you don't love them or that you're disowning them, but it could very well be like they raised you to believe that you had to, like, provide for the family, and you had to be a backbone for them. You had to be the backbone for them when they really should have been involved in being your parents, not making you grow up too fast to help them out of their own shit. And now you're starting to realize little nuances like that and little realities like that of what you really deserve. And it's not about holding bitterness. It's about realizing it so that you can get back to yourself. And look at the perfect card that just came up. You're questioning your beliefs. And I love that this card came up with it. You're questioning your beliefs. Why did you teach me that? Were those lessons really something that I needed to know? Were they really important? No, they weren't. You're seeing how the script that was handed to you was a bad one, and that you were made to memorize it for somebody else's convenience. However, this is a beautiful card that's coming out. Compassion. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. You're not hating on it. You're not angry. You're not aggravated. You're actually fascinated in some ways to see, wow, do these people even know what they're doing? Like, do they even know where it's coming from? They probably don't. They're probably not doing it to you maliciously. It's like some people, they teach us things that they think are the truth because it's their truth, because they've accepted it as a reality. It doesn't mean it's actually a reality. So you're learning how to redefine or question, kind of like, redefine the truth, not only for you, but maybe for your family. This is some sort of karmic cycle that has to come full circle, and you're part of that full circle, finally destroying the circle. It's like, think of Daenerys Stormborn, right? She's like, I'm gonna break the wheel. Aries, welcome to the Stormborn. Like, you are literally breaking this wheel. It's like there's not only one way to be. Right? That we don't have to keep going round and around and around and doing the same old BS. I'm going to break that wheel. You're going to break that wheel. That's what's going on right now. Let's get into more specifics. Trust in your divine purpose is starting to get a lot more clear. Aries, like I said, there's always an extended reading. That link is below. Join me for it after this reading, because it continues and really personalizes this reading. And then your romance reading is included in there too. Oh, hey, find me on Instagram, Born_without_boundaries. I go live Monday through Friday. I do a daily tarot card reading, and I'd love for you to see me there. I'd love for you to join in the conversation. The tribe, you're reconnecting with the people that you really belong with. And I tell you, these people, it's like they're coming in your future. You're meant to be with maybe a group that you weren't born into. You're meant to be with, you're a different set of person. And maybe you've always felt awkward. Have you always felt awkward in your life? Like, I don't belong. I don't really fit in. Like, nobody's as intense as me. Well, guess what, Aries? Keep being you. And the more true you are to you, you're about to find your tribe. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you have 10 kids. You're getting closer and closer to your soul tribe and the people that you were really supposed to be a part of, because you've entered into an understanding. What's happening now is a deep understanding, a deep wisdom, a realization that, I was just designed differently. And the tweaks and the trauma pushed me into acting like, or feeling like I had the obligation to be the same. Not so anymore. You're kind of like breaking out. Think of that scene in Forrest Gump where he has to run so fast he breaks his braces. That's what you're doing, babies. You're breaking your braces right now. You're learning that you don't need them. You don't need them. They were actually put on you to make somebody else feel safe. You never actually needed them. Just letting you know. Okay, let's get into your animal totem readings. Why are they important? Why? Because animal totems are the way the universe uses the natural world to speak directly to you. So these cards are going to give you specific messages. They're also going to tell you the animal totems that might be coming up in your life. And when you see them, you'll know what they mean. And also pay very, very close attention to what's happening around you. Because they're not just like messages in and of themselves. They're also like, woohoo, pay attention. This is something important going on right now. Okay, we have take a leap of faith. You see, because you're connected to the divine again. You know damn well this is grasshopper. It's going to be lucky. Take this leap. You're not going to be asked. If you feel it in your gut of all guts, do it. Don't question it. Faith is guiding you there. You know you're being pulled by love. I'm telling you. Then you have, dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion. There's something here about the truth that is being suppressed or very difficult, or maybe you haven't wanted to see the truth about yourself or understand something about yourself. A rebirth is assured. If you don't face the truth, then there's going to be continued stagnation in your life. It's also saying that there is something that has been repressed that continues to be repressed. Time for a deep dive. Amen. Hallelujah. So this is a deeper investigation to balance things out. Swan is here to sort of take the ugly and make it beautiful. In other words, in some ways, Aries, there needs to be a deeper investigation into things that people have sat on because they've sat on them for fear's sake. They've sat on them for laziness sake. They haven't sat on them because they're really true. You want to go deeper and ask questions right now. Transformation is beautiful. That's what's happening. It's setting you up for rebirth. It's setting you up for spread your wings and fly. It's setting you up for you're ready to bust out of this joint, man. You really are. But it's almost like this is the dark time before the dawn, where you're just about to like expand and like not really explode, but like your life is about to open up. So get through this period. And how do you get through this period? You get through this period by looking inward, going deep, and not being afraid to do it. Let's get into your angel messages before we go over to tarot to clarify. I know I'm like oming it. Okay, so I have trust. Nice. Okay, I love these cards that came out. I have trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. So trust. Even if you can't see it, somebody's on your side. This is what I love. Middle path. There is not just black and white. There is not just what has been defined for you. You absolutely can blaze your own trail. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. So you ever heard that? It's like nobody's telling the truth. Everybody's being honest. And they're telling their side of the story, but nobody's telling the truth. The truth is somewhere in between. This is where you're finding it. You're finding the actual truth. And then we have peace. No matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow. You keep following love. You keep following your heart. And that's where you're going to get to that balanced place of I refuse to be one extreme or another. I refuse it because that's you trying to back me into a corner. And I know that there's more options, even if I have to create them. And then we have the world would be a boring place, diversity. The world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Positive outcome. The sun is about to burst through the clouds, and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope. There you go. Major gateway opening. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We are listening. Do not feel alone here, Aries. You are not alone. Let's go into tarot and get more specifics. I will see you guys. The link is below.